Hey Xavier, what are we going to do today?
Go riding the
What part of the train?
in the front.
In the front? What's that called? Is it called the cab?
Cabinet.
Cabinet. Just the cab. Our first time. Hey folks, Piedmont Central here again to share a special day my son and I had doing a cab ride in the 6133 at the North Carolina Transportation Museum. I guess just about every model railroader is also a rail fan, and this cab ride was just about the best 35 minutes of rail fanning we have ever done. Now, before our ride, a friendly conductor came down and spoke to us about the history of 6133. She's an FP7, F for freight, P for passenger, and model number 7. She had a steam unit in the back that was required for passenger cars in the 1950s. The 6133 ran freight and passenger service around the Charlotte, North Carolina area. These included the Piedmont Limited and Asheville Limited lines, and North Carolina was truly her home. Incidentally, after our ride, I found this picture of 6133 taken in 1967 in one of my books I used to prototype weather my models. This picture shows the 6133 in the tuxedo black paint scheme. Today's 6133 is back in the Virginia green, white, and yellow that Southern Railroad returned to for passenger service until it handed over that service to Amtrak in 1979. Please forgive some of the video. I had no idea we were even going to have the cab ride that day, so the footage can be a little shaky and choppy, and I didn't have nearly enough storage space on my phone. After our lesson, the conductor introduces us to Engineer John, who is, simply put, railfan gold. Engineer John is a great example of why we need to talk to our more experienced elders about their experiences on the railroad. Here we are in the cab, so I'll leave you to enjoy this trip as much as we did. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks a lot.
Down the noise a little bit. Automobile, that big engine does not have a transmission. What it does is it's basically like a big generator. It sends electricity to motors on the wheels. Then if we want to make those motors go, there's a couple of things we have to do. We have what's called a transition lever right here. That has to be engaged. There's an isolation switch in back that has to be engaged. There's a field generator switch that has to be engaged. All that has to be aligned before we can even think about going anywhere. So I just did a test and made sure that we are engaged. We still have about 10 minutes before we go. So right here we have the direction lever. If I want to go that way, direction lever goes that way. When we stop, it goes right in the middle.
So that switches the top?
No, that's how he goes forwards or backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, just let you guys know for 2 block rides on 3 wheelchair riders. Copy that. Brian, you gonna yeah, that'll be that for 2 o'clock, correct?
He'll show you how to do the horn. He'll get to that. He'll get to that.
And then if we want to go back that way, this lever goes like that.
Neat.
Now this is called the throttle. The throttle feeds fuel to the engine. So right now we're in neutral. I'm going to open the field generator switch, so we're not going to go anywhere, but I'm going to make some noise. Hear that?
So neat.
Shut it back off again. All right, so that's how we make it go. Direction, and that's the throttle right there. These are the brakes right here. This is the train brake. That's the engine brake right there. I have both put on right now for safety measures. I'll coordinate with the conductor when I can release the train brake, but I'll leave the locomotive brake on. Up here we have the headlight controls right here, number boards, and that field generator switch I told you about, which is right here. So I can put that up, and now with everything else in place, we're ready to go in about 10 minutes or so. What else can I tell you? So yeah, this is the horn. When it's time to go, I will tell you what to do and you can blow the horn, okay? What you're going to do is we're going to be asked to do a 2-minute warning, 2 minutes before we leave, one long blast on the horn. That will be honk. Okay? And you can do that. And then when it's time to leave, we're going to do 2 long blasts. Honk. Honk. And that'll be you.
So are you going to tell me like to do 1 blast or 2 blasts?
I will tell you what to do, okay?
What did 2 blasts mean, Xavier?
Back forward?
That we're going forwards, that's right. What did 3 blasts mean?
Backwards?
Going backwards, that's right.
By the way, once we start moving, I really can't answer questions because I'm more focused on
I understand, yeah, that makes perfect sense. I want you to be focused.
Yeah.
We'll just be over here doing our thing.
Okay.
Just very excited.
Oh, I'm happy for him. I remember when I was his age.
I'm going to sit here so I can be closer to the horn.
Okay, you can say it, but remember, we just got to talk to each other once we're going, okay?
Okay.
All right. This is so neat.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh, this is so fun. So you're about his age when you rode for the first time?
Yeah. Well, I'm told that I was a toddler when we did our first train ride. This is pre-Amtrak that tells you how old I am. And I loved it as a toddler. And what I do remember is that even as a kid, I got a train set. And then as I got older, I just got more and more into it. And then I think when I was about 14 years old, I met the guys, this is decades ago, statute of limitations has expired, blah, blah, blah. And I used to ride my bike down to the train crossing.
Yeah.
And it was a local freight that went into my hometown, stopped, did a little switching, and went back to their yard. And they used to pick me up sometimes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is. And they taught me stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm age 14. I was just drinking it all in. You know, how to couple and uncouple cars, hook up the air hoses.
Yeah, I mean...
align the switches, do hand signals, all of that.
That's awesome.
So I was very appreciative of that.
Yeah, no, that's
And
a simpler time, right?
Yeah, very much so. And 50 years later, I actually found one of those crewmen.
Oh, wow.
50 years later, so. And I do appreciate all that he and the others did for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How far do you guys live away from here?
So we're right in Charlotte. I mean, we're like 30 minutes away.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and we've been members for a long time, but this is our first cab ride. I mean, I just kind of discovered that this was possible.
Ah, okay.
So,
Good a time as any.
absolutely. What do you think, buddy? You excited to do the horn?
Yes.
6133 head engine conductor. Are you still boarding right now?
No, I am not. You can go ahead and let the train brake go.
All right, knocking them off. 6133. Now I'm going to release the train brakes. But I still have the locomotive brake on.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Now, what about the bell?
The bell is right here.
Okay. Nice.
It's air operated as opposed to having to
Yeah.
pull a rope.
And gives a more consistent cadence, too, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It really does, yeah. And here we have the air gauges right here. On this side, we have,
I can't get the head.
okay, that's the train air brake gauge right there. That's a locomotive air brake gauge right there. That's the main reservoir right there, what our big air tank is holding. And that's the what's called the equalizing reservoir. It says train brake pressure right now is 90 psi, so that's a release position. And that is in the apply position, and that corresponds to what we got the handles doing right here. This right here is called the ammeter. Remember I told you how that's a generator that sends electricity to motors on the wheels? This tells me how many amps I'm loading. So as we start to move, that ammeter, this is a radio, and this right here is a speedometer, and trust me, we will never hit 80 miles an hour. I think the most I've done today is like 12, 13 miles an hour.
Sure.
One of the things I get a kick out of, this was built by a subsidiary of General Motors in 1950.
Right.
The window crank right there.
Oh my God, you're right.
That's how you make the window go up, and that's vintage GM right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I heard this was built the same year as the 611.
That's quite possible. In fact, if you look at the blue card right here, it will tell you it was built in 1950. So yeah, the 611 may well have been, I forget when it was built, but that's about the time the 611 was built.
That's crazy, the difference in technology, same year.
Well, the railroad that owned 611 was a major coal shipper. They believed in coal.
Right.
I get that. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Engine light. I'm just going to turn that on so when I go back there I can see what I'm doing. And so as a major coal shipper, it made sense that they would stick with steam technology later than other railroads.
Right.
Unfortunately, steam, as charming as it is, it's labor intensive, it's maintenance intensive, and that's why all the railroads ultimately went to diesel.
Yeah. I mean, way more cost effective.
Yeah. Now, did y'all get to see 611 when it was here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We didn't see it run, but we got to see it. That's at the Tennessee Valley. Is that where it's home?
No, it's owned by Virginia Museum of Transportation in Roanoke,
that's right.
Virginia.
That's right.
And this past fall, it was running out of Goshen, Virginia.
Okay.
Which is between Stanton and Charlottesville, essentially. And the reason for that is the state of Virginia owns those tracks. The designated operator is Buckingham Branch Railroad or Shoreline that is friendly to excursions, and that's evidently the perfect solution for them. Now, 611 is a wonderful locomotive, but it needs to run on mainline track like that.
Yeah.
Because it's heavy.
It's big.
Yeah.
No, it's great. I'm glad it was saved.
Absolutely. Should be coming up on the 2-minute warning soon.
What is this?
That is the transition lever, not transmission, but transition. Back in the day, these things had manual electric transition. So you're cranking out amps. I'm not really good with the electric theory, but these things, instead of running in parallel, they run in series or something like that. So in order to get the amps to step down as you're feeding power to the motors, you have to sit there and occasionally engage this going from right to left. We don't use that anymore. The engine has been upgraded.
Oh, okay.
But we do have to put this here in order to bypass one of our park it safety features, as they call it.
Yeah.
So right now, what we do is watch that needle right there, okay? Do this. Good. So it tells me we're ready to run. See how that needle came up a little bit and goes back down? So we're in good shape. We're ready to run. I'm just waiting for the conductor to say, the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning, and then he will say when we're ready to go. He'll tell the brake.
Let's have a 2-minute warning.
All right, one long blast. Go.
Longer. There you go. Now we just sent the wrong signal, but that's okay.
We did 3.
That was the 2-minute warning.
All right, thank you.
I was still gonna go forward.
We are going to go forward, but that was just a 2-minute warning. I have to wait for the conductor to tell the brakeman we're ready to go. The conductor will say the train is yours, and the brakeman will say we're clear to go north. I'll acknowledge. That's going to be when you're going to do 2 long blasts on the horn, okay? If you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to.
You want to. We'll just help you.
I want to.
We'll help you a little bit.
Okay.
But can he do it with me so?
Yeah, that will be good.
Both. It's fine.
I'm a little, so I don't know how to go too long.
Working on the muscles, that's okay.
Well, I can run like really fast.
I'll bet you can. I'll bet you can. That wouldn't surprise me.
I can run faster than
crazy. This is so neat.
So what we do when we pull out of here, we go up that hill, we stop alongside the Norfolk Southern main line, the tracks will automatically switch over, then we come back again.
Just a train crew looking at a runner coming down the walkway. I don't know if they're trying to catch this right or not.
So it automatically switches.
Yeah, the tracks will automatically switch.
That is crazy. I didn't know that all these times. I guess I never see it.
It's fun being in here.
He kind of looks familiar.
It's fun being in
Oh, it's very fun being in here. This is going to spoil us worse than the caboose rides did.
In the cars, it's boring in here.
It's really not that expensive, though. It's a great deal.
Good.
Park up the train crew after that runner. That should be a right side for this building for the strip.
So I have to keep a very close ear on this to
Yeah.
see what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you repeat that?
Just be quiet so we can hear the instructions.
Park up to the train crew. If that runner gets on board, that's everybody inside this building for the strip, and the parking lot looks quiet.
This little device right here puts sand down on the tracks.
Oh, that's a sand lever.
Yep, that's
Nice.
a sander right there. And it's air operated too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Barbara, they kept on going. 6133 conductor, break the train here.
All right, come over here.
Okay, come on.
Waiting on my brake.
Alright, 6133, break the head in, let's head north.
All right, 6133 going north. Here we go. All right, grab a hold. All right, here we go. Ready?
Clear Hadley, 6133.
Clear half to 6133.
Alright, 6133, break for the head in. Hadley Street pushes right for a move, clear south.
All right, 6133 going south. Here we go.
Clear cross on 6133.
Clear process.
head north of the roundhouse.
All right, stand by. All right, 6133 going north. Here we go.
Boy. Took that right out of there.
Yeah.
It's like a safety
One of the other things
thing.
we do, we're going to shut it down for lunch. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
You want to do one more long blast? Wanna do it? Let's do it together. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Well done. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Can you climb down okay?
We'll get him.
Okay.
Come here. How'd you like it? How'd you like it? Stop touching that. Xavier, how'd you like your ride?
Good.
Was it good? What was your favorite part?
The horn.
The horn. Nice. Yes, me too. All right. See you later.